What's going on, guys? I'm Matty back again with the weekly Rust Skins videos, and this is going to be another quick week this week, just because obviously the video is late. I've been super busy this week, so I've unfortunately not been able to do it on Friday. So let's get started. We'll just go top left to bottom right with the Fireflies double wooden doors going for $2.05. This is the third now wooden double door that we have. So the other wooden double doors in the community market, one's like $10 something, and the other one's $13, I think, maybe $15, like between $13 and $15 anyway. So we don't get wooden double doors accepted very often at all. Currently, it's sitting 4th on the top sellers page. That's 5th actually, and I do think as long as this doesn't get oversaturated, which it probably will, it will be a good investment. $2.05 is more expensive than they usually are, but it is a glowing deployable, so they are semi-pay to win, of course. Not many people use wooden double doors, but because there is only 2 on the community market, that does increase the demand overall for eventually when someone wants to buy a wooden double door skin. So I do think the Fireflies wooden double door will be a good long-term investment. As for a short to medium-term investment, it probably won't perform very well at the start, so you probably could place a buy order, get it for a little bit cheaper. But overall, I will recommend investing in the Fireflies double wooden doors, as I do think they'll be a good long-term investment. Right, moving over to the Headhunter bow, going for $2.75. Overall, quite a unique, skits-looking bow in my opinion. I actually do like this one, but I do think that there is quite a lot of decent options below or around $2.75 for the bows, and so I don't think that this is going to perform very well. Of course, if this did continue, the Headhunter bow then became a set, then it would perform better. But either way, you know, bows aren't used for very long in game. $2.75 as well is a rough start for the bows in my opinion. So overall, I'm not going to recommend investing in the Headhunter bow off of the Rotterdam store. If you want to pick it up, then I'd recommend getting it with the buy order off of the community market. Alrighty, moving over to the lightweight double barrel. Now, we have had a lot of lightweight stuff already accepted. It is a pretty popular and pretty successful set. But we also have had a lot of double barrel skins accepted that are below $2.75. So pretty much similar situation with the bow. Everyone's going to use double barrels throughout the wipe, but there is a lot of already nice looking double barrels for around $2.75 or below. Double barrels do have a higher demand in comparison to bow skins in my opinion, but overall I would recommend getting this one off the community market with the buy order as well, as I do think you'll be able to get it for a little bit cheaper. Overall, really nice looking double barrel skin though. I will quickly just say though, I don't like the stripes at the end of the DB, and then in the middle we've got like this hexagonal shape or whatever it is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, hexagonal shape. It is a massive clash, but you know, it is what it is. And then we've also got like the little circles in the bloody gloves. Anyway, lightweight, double barrel, nice looking skin. A little bit of a clash, $2.75. Not going to recommend it on the Rotterdam store. Alright, moving over to the Overgrown Hatchet and the Overgrown Pickaxe, both going for $2.75 each. These are really nice looking metal tools, and $2.75 is slightly above their old school prices. So of course, all of the items standard store prices have gone up. These are their standard store prices these days, but it does make it a lot harder to be investing in metal tools. So currently they are sitting in the top 2nd and 3rd place for the top picks, and overall not the best thing, because that does mean that it is highly likely that the metal tools are both going to get oversaturated. I don't think they're going to have a crazy demand once they leave the Rotterdam store and go to the community market, and they're already almost at $3. Now these are both at a similar situation as the double barrel and the bow. There is so many of these hatchets and pickaxes on the community market that it does make the demand for a certain one lower, just because they have, whoever's buying has such a big option to pick from what skin they want to get. $2.75 as well. There is a lot of hatchets and pickaxes around this price or below, and some people may enjoy the look of other skins more than these Overgrown hatchet and pickaxes. So overall, I do think they are nice skins, but honestly, I don't really think they're going to make you money. If you want to pick these ones up as an investment, I'd recommend getting them off of the community market with the buy order, getting them for a little bit cheaper than the center store price of $2.75 for tools now. And yeah, they'll probably go up in the long term, but overall, as a short term to medium term investment, I don't think the Overgrown, Hatchet, or Pickaxe will make you money. If you are to invest in either, I would recommend getting the Pickaxe over the Hatchet. And that is simply because the Pickaxes pretty much always sell less than the Hatchets on the Rust-On store. And so that does make the demand for them a little bit higher on the community market, and their prices usually do go above the Hatchets. Alright, so let's check out our next thing. We've got the Pixel Ioka, continuation of a popular set, the Pixel set. Now we've had bloody deployables for this, and now we've had weapons and tools for it as well. Pretty sure we've had tools, if you want to count the sword, I guess. $2.75 for the Pixel Ioka. We only have, I don't know, maybe 15 Ioka skins on the community market, and only 2 of them, if I'm not mistaken, are below the $2.75. So overall, Ioka skins are pretty safe investments, but the demand for them isn't really going to be very high until Christmas time, or any time FacePunch decides to have that event where you open the Christmas presents up, or the presents in general, like Easter, and then you can get like your Iokas more frequently from them. So those events would increase the demand for Ioka skins, because of course you are using Iokas more in Rust. But overall, $2.75. I actually do think that this will be a good investment. I would recommend getting them. I do think it's highly likely these are going to get oversaturated currently. Where are they sitting on the Rust-On store? My internet wants to load, maybe it doesn't. I do think, overall, they probably will make you some pretty easy money as long-term investments. Currently, they're sitting at 4th on the top sellers page. And so I do think it is highly likely they're going to get oversaturated. But at the same time, I also do think as a long-term investment, the Pixel Ioka will eventually make you money. So overall, I will recommend investing in the Pixel Ioka off of the Rust-On store for this week. If you want to try and get it for a little bit cheaper on the community market, do so. You probably will. And then come the time you're sick of using it as a play skin, or you want to sell it as a long-term investment, then you will most likely be making some money. So overall, I will recommend investing in that one. Right, moving over to the Skull Killer MP5. This is a continuation of the Skull Killer set. We've had the AK, we've had the LR. I think the LR is performing right. I think it's probably slightly above $3. AK isn't performing very well. I'm pretty sure the AK came out first, but honestly, I don't really remember. The Skull Killer MP5 is going for a center store price of $2.75. And overall, it is a pretty nice looking MP5 skin, but we are just getting so many free MP5 skins off of the Twitch events these days. Plus, we also just had that pay to win one, missing the iron sights, if I'm not mistaken, and maybe even this back part here. And so overall, I don't think the Skull Killer MP5 is going to sell that well on the Rust-On store, which is actually a good thing. Currently, it is 6th on the Rust-On store, so clearly it's selling all right. But overall, I do think the Skull Killer MP5 will most likely have a lower quantity than the LR on the community market. $2.75, so there is a decent amount of MP5 skins these days that are below that price, and that is obviously because of the Twitch drops giving you so many free MP5 skins, and of course some people would prefer to use them over any in the community market. So overall, MP5 at the moment, they're a little bit iffy when it comes to investing in. They really have to stand out, and honestly, I don't think that this Skull Killer set is really standing out to the community. Personally, I think it looks sick, but just the way that the other skins are performing on the community market doesn't really show me much hope. So overall, I'm not going to recommend investing in the Skull Killer MP5. If you want to pick it up, I'd recommend getting it off the community market with a buy order. Right, moving over to the Smouldering Large Box, going for $2.05. Continuation of the Smouldering set now, and we had the small wooden box come out last week, if I'm not mistaken, maybe the week before, and that is performing for around about $3, $3.30, somewhere around that, so it's performing pretty well, and I do think the Smouldering Large Box is going to perform in a similar fashion. Currently, it's on the bottom screen of the top sellers page, so it's in a good spot when it comes to quantity, and I do see the Smouldering set continuing as well, so overall, I will recommend investing in the Smouldering Large Box, and I do think that it'll probably be a good short-term investment as well. Alrighty, moving over to the Zebra AR, the final skin of the week. This is a continuation now of the Zebra skin set. We just had the LR, and now we have the AK. Honestly, I think this would be the easiest skin to make. I'm actually surprised, genuinely surprised, that FacePunch is accepting it. Don't get me wrong, I think it looks sick, but at the same time, I do think it is very simple. Like, honestly, I feel like I could make this. You just get the AK skin, and then you slap on a zebra print, and then you put this purple hue of dark purple to, I guess, dark pink on certain parts. But overall, $2.75 is standard store price. It's a nice looking AK skin, as I said, nice looking skin set. I don't think that the AK is really going to have a very high demand, so I'm not going to recommend investing in this one. Although if the zebra set does continue, then it could be a good item to be picking up in the future for just in case, like the zebra set does continue. So we've already had the LR, and now we have the AK. So it is pretty likely. Alright guys, that is going to do it for the Rust Item store, and now we'll move over to the cart. Alright, this is my cart for this week, so I'm not getting the MP5, not getting the DB, not getting the AK, getting one of everything else. Clearly not investing this week, only going to cost me $15.10. This is the cheapest cart I've paid for in probably over a year, I would say. $15.10. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and remember, have a skits one.